Hi, welcome everybody. We're just going to wait a moment or so for screens to load up before we start. Gives Brian a couple of minutes to get ready.
Thanks so much, Nikki. Yeah, really excited and looking forward to it all.
Excellent. Numbers are still going up, so we'll wait like maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll start. Hi everybody, welcome to the Peabody Online Jobs and Apprenticeship Fair. I'm Nikki and I work for Peabody. We're joined today by Brian Devereux, who's the service manager for Catch 22, and Brian's going to be delivering today's session. The event's being recorded and will be made available on the Peabody YouTube channel, which can be searched for at Peabody London on YouTube. And we'll be sharing the slides of all of our sessions and a flyer from Brian's, which has some interactive links for you, so you can look out for those on our website. After we've heard from Brian, we'll be opening up for a Q&A session. So if you do have any questions you want to ask, please pop them in the Q&A box, which is at the bottom of your screens, and we'll try and get through them all if we can. There's also a chat function. If you want to leave any comments, then please do so. Before we start, I'd like to say a warm welcome to you all, but especially to our any Peabody residents we have joining us today. I'd like to remind you that we have a one-to-one career service available that's completely free to you. You can get lots more information on our website. There's things like help with CV, help to search for jobs better, and even interview prep. So I'm going to hide now and hand over to Brian, and I'll see you on the other side for the Q&A.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian. As Nikki said, I'm the service manager for two of Catch 22's digital programs. One is called a Digital Edge and one's called a Digital Leap. Now, what I'll do today is I'm going to go through these slides, and thank you in advance, Nikki, for sliding through them with me, and I'll answer some questions at the end as well. So again, the Digital Leap, or so Digital Edge program. So this Digital Edge program is a digital skills and employment program for people aged 18 to 45 with social barriers to work. Some of the criteria again is that it is delivered in London, Birmingham, Liverpool and Manchester. And Digital Edge prepares candidates to apply for a digital apprenticeship or entry-level job. Next slide. Good. So as you can see from the top right-hand corner, we work with Microsoft, which is an amazing tech giant, and we're very, very fortunate to be working with them. So what do we offer on the Digital Edge program? Well, you receive up to 6 months of support, which is fantastic. The program in itself is about a 3 to 4 week program. It's 2 days a week, and you cover lots of great stuff on there as well. Over the 3 to 4 weeks, candidates will learn about digital apprenticeships and entry-level jobs. You'll definitely gain an insight into the digital and technology sector. You do meet professionals in digital roles, and you will gain lots of employability skills, including CV and interview skills. And yes, we prepare you for your career goals. Some of the really good stuff. Some of the really good stuff about that program, and also the Digital Leap program, is really the career coaching aspect to it as well. So it's a 4 week program. All it is 2 days a week. So for example, it could be a Monday and Tuesday for 4 weeks. It's all voluntary that you're there. So and it's to help people get into tech related roles, but the skills that we do teach on the program are soft skills in terms of interview techniques, in terms of kind of how to present yourself to an employer, what to say, what not to say. They go through interview questions and answers. You do a group project as well, which is really, really good. And you do legitimately meet those industry professionals as well. So for example, with this one, with Digital Leap, with Salesforce, we do actually have Salesforce come in to the program, and they kind of do a bit of a takeover day, and they tell you about Salesforce. You also do a project with them. Similar with the Digital Edge program, Microsoft do also come in on that day. They come in for one of the days, and you do a project with them. And the benefit of all this as well is that it's pretty cool to have, it's pretty good to have these kind of experiences on your CV, especially if you might not be, again, you won't be in work at the moment, but especially if you haven't been working in a while, you're looking for kind of really cool things to put, really, really good informative things to put on your CV. Really informative things to put on your CV. It's really, it's a great program. And after that, again, you do get the career coaching, which I think is also invaluable. So you get that kind of one-to-one career coaching support where you can kind of bounce ideas off your career coach. You can talk to them about different applications that you're looking to get it to apply for, and they can help you like this in a virtual setting. And both the programs, by the way, Digital Edge and Digital Leap, are both done virtually. So again, you don't even have to leave your home. It's all done by the computer. Cool. Again, Salesforce is similar. We offer very similar as well. It's a 6 months worth of support. The core program is 4 weeks. You do complete 2 tech qualifications in it, and you'll do that on both those programs. So whichever one you end up on, you will do tech qualifications. These could be around Microsoft certificates, for example. And again, within this one as well, you do learn about the digital apprenticeships, again, entry-level roles, gain that insight into the technology sector, gain those employability skills. And again, we do help you to prepare those career goals for the future. And again, even with your career coach, when you graduate from the program, again, it's only 2 days a week for 4 weeks. Your career coach will help you put together action plans, kind of deadlines, for yourself to so you can hold yourself accountable really, and kind of help get your own deadlines in terms of when you need to do applications and what you need to do to bridge that gap between where you are now and where you need to be as well. Cool. Next slide, please. Brilliant. Okay, so some of the candidates that, again, this is some candidates that are on the program again. So typical candidates with the face-to-face, they face some social barriers such as mental health challenges, of course, their unemployment or underemployment, poor education. We do, of course, work with homelessness and also people who have experienced discrimination as well. So following the 3 to 4 week program, candidates do get the one-to-one employability support to find, apply for, and settle into new roles. And again, that's why I talk about this so much as well, because I do work with some candidates who've gone through the program. They've come out as well, and they don't necessarily go into work immediately. The journey is different for everyone. So sometimes it takes that little bit of extra time. So we're willing to meet people halfway, as long as you're putting in the effort as well. We're happy to, we'll continue it on for 6 months. I've also got people on the books who haven't been fortunate getting jobs within that time, and we've kept them on that bit longer, and that's what they needed to get themselves ready for that next step in their career, and they do find a job in the end. One of the other good things, and a side note to this as well, is once you're in this program, again, it's all free. It's all free. Once you get into this Catch-22 program, Catch-22 actually have other programs within. So once you're on our books as well, if there's something else that Catch-22 employability offer that we think you may benefit from, we might see if you want to also do that as part of your kind of upskilling, and then you benefit from this program and another program as well potentially. Brilliant. Next slide, please. Brilliant. So this is Abdul. It's the names of stuff. The names are anonymized. It was a small case study of someone who I did work with before. So Abdul is 21. He's from London, and he joined the program in March 2020. He finished education in June 2018, and as a young father, he was struggling in developing his employment skills while raising his daughter. The added challenge of being from a low socioeconomic background and the diminishing job market due to COVID-19 meant his employment options were very limited. Abdul joined all the sessions with Digital Edge. He completed individual and group tasks and had regular coaching sessions. And then after CV tailoring, submitting applications and interview preparation, Abdul was offered a role as an IT support apprentice, and now he receives regular in-work support. So there's quite a lot in that. I know there's actually quite a lot in that. So Abdul, again, anonymized name, he did have a few barriers to getting into work, and then COVID did strike as well. So he's an example of someone we kept on the program that little bit longer because he was putting in the effort, and again, just because of the pandemic, he was missing out on work in that particular time. But again, we knew he was putting in the effort, and we did the same. I did the same because I was his career coach at the time, and he got a job in the end. And there was so much interview prep that we did together for that. I would do lots of he'd go, Brian, this is now once he gets the job. Once we had the interview in the hand, we went through lots of interview questions. I gave him solutions and answers to some of those questions as well. We practiced it, rehearsed it, and thankfully he got the job in the end. And again, another thing at the very end, we talk about the in-work support. So we say that the program is for about 6 months in terms of you do the program itself is 2 days a week for 4 weeks. Once you graduate from that, you've got the career coach for around 5 to 6 months after that. But when you get a job, we also stay with you for an additional 6 months. Again, it's all for free, and we stay with you in something called in-work support. So once you get into that job, we don't just say bye, that's great, we go on to the next person. Instead, we stay with you and just make sure, are you okay in your current job? Again, we're respectful that sometimes people may be out of work for quite a long time, and they may need that extra bit of support, or even just someone to check in. Or sometimes as well, what we found is doing the in-work support, people have been offered kind of promotions, or there's internal promotions interviews, and we'd help again with that. And I've had people, again, because of the in-work support that we do, we know about these internal promotions and what was needed to be done to get to that stage, and we would help facilitate that change as well. Brilliant. Next slide, please. Brilliant. Here's some statistics. So 84% of participants complete the program. That's pretty cool. Also as well, despite the pandemic, 40% of completers have now moved into work, and that was true of March 2021, which is fantastic. So 84% of participants complete the program. Just so out of that 48% or 84%, I should say, these are all people who want to get into some type of level of tech-related roles as well. So the roles as well that a lot of people may go into will be digital marketing, data analysis, maybe software developing. It could be business or even admin. So we have a kind of loose kind of term in terms of technology, because most jobs now are tech-enabled, and our goal is to help people to get into tech-enabled jobs. So even admin as well is quite tech-enabled, especially because of post-pandemic, etc. Because people are using more, for example, Microsoft Teams or online video calling. So many things are now kind of fall into that category of kind of tech-related roles as well. Brilliant. Next slide, please. Great. So here's some of the requirements to qualify for the program itself. So one, you must be interested in something to do with digital and tech. Again, our sponsors are our funders are Microsoft and Salesforce. So again, as partners, that's we're kind of looking to get people into those type of areas, again, in tech related. Other thing as well, you've got to be between the ages of 18 and 45. You've got to have access to a laptop and a computer and the internet, of course. You need to be based in London and not in education or employment. You've also got to want to do the program as well. So again, which is quite good. And of course, and when you do go onto the program, we do ask for right to work documents as well, such as passport. And again, this is in preparation. So again, when you go to a job, these are the type of documents people will be asking for. So it's kind of prep in terms of that. So we do ask for right to work documents as well. Brilliant. Next slide, please. Great. Yeah, that's so yeah, there we go. So Digital Edge, we're in partnership with Microsoft, and it's delivered again by me from Catch-22. And the aim of Digital Edge is to address inequality and bridge the digital skill divide. We work with so many people. Again, on our here we talk about getting people from London, but actually the program is now also expanded to Manchester, to Liverpool, and to Birmingham as well. So again, we offer the same services there as well. For people who are interested as well, I was talking to Nikki about this, is that I think we can circulate the flyer, and the flyer has like a direct link on the flyer. Once you download the flyer, the link becomes active. You just press on the link, and then it brings you right to our contact page. And then from there as well, you could self-sign up from there. And then one of our career coaches will give you a call They'll talk to you about the program, tell you a bit more stuff, even in depth about what we do. And then fingers crossed, we'll be able to get you enrolled for one of the programs as well. Just so you know, we pretty much run one of these every month. So there's all the snow. So again, if you are interested, don't feel like you have to wait for a particular time or know a particular date. Usually, again, take this with a pinch of salt. The program usually runs probably either the first or second week of each month, depending, etc., on numbers, etc. But yeah, that's it as well. So I'm happy to open up the floor to any questions, and hopefully I'll have some good answers for you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much for that. Yep, we've had lots of questions come in, and we've got 15 minutes to rinse your brain for your knowledge. First one here, what kind of roles do your students move into? Yeah, that's a really good question. So typical roles that people do get into is data admin, that's marketing, as in digital marketing, social media, as well, development. I was talking to someone who had in the job who did video games, video game design, web development, software analysis, IT support. So they're kind of definitely kind of really almost kind of very heavy tech related type roles. But it's not really to take away from, again, what the program offers. And the program really offers, it's the soft skills, it's the employability skills, as in how to really talk about yourself to an employer, how to frame your experiences in such a way that you'll come across, again, in the most positive light. And also you'll have answers to questions, maybe some tricky questions, such as, what have you been doing for the last 2-3 years, especially if you've got nothing on your CV, etc. So we cover it. So that's more to do with building up your employability skills. But again, by using, because we do all this online, we use Microsoft Teams, and just even by using this as a platform to do the program, you're learning, by practicing, you're learning in real time how to use this software. So I had one guy who became got an apprenticeship with the ombudsman, and I've been working with him for quite a while. And so we did lots of interview prep, and we did all the steps, we did everything right. And it came down to him and another chap at the end. And again, we had several interviews, and I was with him every step of the way. We did so much interview prep. But at the end as well, the person who was successful, he was saying that knowing Microsoft Teams and doing our sessions through it was actually one of the crunch points between him and the other chap, because the other person didn't know how to use the software as much, and didn't know how to even position himself, where the lights were, even say things like, is the light in the right place? Are we looking at the camera at the right times, etc.? Is the vocal level right? Being able to share slides between stuff as well, being able to share your own screen in the right time. Sometimes you might take these for granted, or you might think that people know how to do them, but really they don't. So by doing a program like ours, you get to learn these things kind of by doing. But in the actual program itself, again, it's more employability skills, and we cover other stuff. You do actually make a website, actually. You do get a basic website in it, and we come up with team projects as well within this. And again, we do have industry professionals from either Microsoft or Salesforce come in as well to talk to us. Okay, thank you, Brian. Next question. Which companies do you partner with other than Microsoft?
There are partners. I talked to Microsoft literally yesterday. This is their kind of how do I say it? Catch-22 does this Digital Edge and Digital Leap program in partnership with Microsoft and Salesforce as well. So that's the best answer I can give.
Okay, thank you. Do you mind quickly recapping the eligibility criteria? Someone's asked.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so first of all, have to be interested. Also, 18 to 45, you've got to have internet, a laptop as well. You've got to be able to produce right to work documents. So yeah, they're the things as well. Of course, you're not to be in work or education. So again, leave everyone. That's where we are now. So in general, that's the kind of the criteria to get in as well. As well, It's up to you. Again, this is a voluntary program, and this is why I say if you're interested, no one's forcing anyone to do it as well. So again, people who do sign up to the program are people who really actually want to make that change. So if you're someone who really wants to make that change and benefit from, again, it's all free support. If you want to benefit from having a career coach as well after the program to kind of even motivate you, set up action plans, help you with your CV, help you with your cover letter, then this is a phenomenal program for that as well. But again, just I always believe that you kind of you help kind of create your own destiny in this. So we always ask people who put themselves forward for this is to meet us halfway as well. So we do expect when people you know, if they sign up, we expect you to turn up for the days is what we really do, and we expect you as well to, you know, to also be active in looking for jobs. And you don't even have to apply for them, but just to have something in your career sessions, so you can go to your career coach. Hey, look, I found this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to apply to it, but can you help me with that? And they go, yeah. Just so there's something. Again, that's what I always mean is a bit of give and take. So I'm very much about empowering everyone out there really to you know, to really make that change in their own career as well.
Okay, thank you. Another question here. Can you apply if you are working part-time?
That's an iffy one. What I'd ask that person to do is, if they do apply, and I'll have a career coach, when a career coach does call them, we can discuss that. In general, it's a no, but I know sometimes it's hard to, but I wouldn't say a blanket no if without hearing the complete story from that person, to be honest, because I do know sometimes people are in work, but they're in 0 hours and they haven't actually worked for the last 4 months, or they might be part of an agency and something similar might be happening. So I think the best thing is, if they're interested, call up, or so use the contact form, which Nick will be sending around hopefully to you guys as well. And then from there, the career coach will contact you, and then you can discuss that. And then again, that'll probably be the best solution for that.
Okay, thanks, Brian. We've got 2 questions here about age, so I'm going to link them together. Do you support older people over the age of 30 to 35? And is the age range 18 to 45 only permitted?
To get onto this program, 18 to 45 is our criteria, and then with the other criteria as well. With the age range 80, so there's other programs out there for you, but for this one, again, this is for us 18 to 45.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question. Can you make a few examples of roles that I can apply for upon completion?
Sure. So it could be literally most jobs. So some of the roles I mentioned earlier, data admin, IT support, infrastructure support. Sometimes people have done online customer service. The ombudsman role I mentioned, who's the other person who's very successful with. I've had people do business apprenticeships. Many different apprenticeships actually. A lot of them are to do with software, IT, or even just kind of, again, general office apprenticeships as well. We're taking that as kind of, because a lot of them are more tech enabled now, especially because there's so much spreadsheets involved as well. And of course, you're using computers, how to organize your Outlook, etc. Even that can be tough and daunting for some people, but again, we can go through even things like that as well.
Okay. Do you provide IT kit if people don't have it?
Maybe as well. It depends. It's something I wouldn't be able to promise as well. So again, I think if the person's interested, you know, what they can do is, if they again can't use the contact form, that's something we can have a chat about. Sometimes it depends what stock is, etc. So I never like to promise anything. We do like it. We would like for everyone to again be logged on with a laptop, etc., with the internet. If you have, I'd even go, you know, if you even have a tablet, that would work. You know, again, we just ask for a device, something like that, just so you can have that interaction. And again, also when the person's facilitating, we do want people to keep their cameras on and interact. So not for this to be a passive thing. That's, you know, a kind of tick box type thing. We actually do want people to get involved. Just on that note as well, it's a very nurturing process. We don't try and really kind of push anyone too far out of their comfort zone. You know, we prep you on anything that needs to be done, and we go through it with you before you have to even do it. So we again, we're with you, the whole way.
Okay, just back to the age thing with the over 45s. Do you have any advice of like maybe programs similar to yours that you could just quickly pass on your knowledge to those?
I should do Catch-22 actually do. I can't think of the one off the top of my head now, but Catch-22 do actually do support people over that age in different programs. So I think the best thing to do would be for that person, if they literally just look up Catch-22 online. Again, we're a charity, and just look that up. And then if you drop an email in, and hopefully someone from the department will get back to you on that.
Whoever popped that in, Brian's left his email in the chat, so you can get him on that one after the session. Another question, is there any classroom delivery?
No, there's not. There used to be before the pandemic, and then it went digital, and it just worked really well, considering the majority of people want to get into IT related roles, and everything is kind of digital now. So for the moment, I have no plans of, and we have no plans of changing that. Again, life may change, who knows? But at the moment, it's delivery is all virtual, which I think is actually quite good and makes it very accessible to everyone. I mean, you know, it's working out quite well for us so far.
Okay, thank you. We have a message here from Louisa Nightingale. Can you give examples of the kinds of apprenticeships people can do? And do the apprenticeships have taught sessions in a college in London as well?
Oh, wow. So I do work with some apprenticeship agencies. They will be coming on. I'm organising that actually for the next one, so I don't have names to give in particular. In terms of the roles that people go, again, similar. It's IT related roles. So yeah, data admin, again, IT infrastructure, IT support, data analysis, lots of digital marketing, lots of social media, and they're the general kind of apprenticeships people. Again, business admin as well. All those have been the general apprenticeships that people have gone forward for. And of course, now the other ones are coming about: coding, software, video game. These are ones that that people who have done our program, I know, have gone on to these apprenticeships, because for some of them I've been their coach.
Thank you. We have one more question, unless any more fly in the last minute or two. Can you please make some examples of the companies you work with to help candidates find their work?
Okay, so with that, again, with the companies that we work with, it's more individual to the actual to yourself, really. So that will be something that yourself and your career coach would look at and see what's best for you around your area. We will be working with, we do actually work with, again, apprenticeship agencies as well. And then we do have that partnership with those to help. But in terms of companies, it's a bit different. But again, it's more to do with yourself and the career coach coming up with that action plan. What do you want to do? Where do you want to work, etc.? What are you willing to do? And then you kind of look through that together.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. There aren't any more questions in the inbox. Brian, do you have anything to, excuse my dog, I will be killing him any second now. I've done 10 of these and he's not barked once. So do you have anything to say before we close up?
No, just thank you so much for having me, and I wish everyone the best in their career journey.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Thank you all for joining us today as well. We have one more session today, which is how to search for a job in a better way. So please sign up for that if you'd like to. We've run 20 over the last 2 days, and all the videos and PowerPoints and all of those will be available on our YouTube channel and our website. So yeah, on that note, thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good night.
Bye.